Hi everyone, my name's Casey. I'm a coordinator in the Education Abroad office and I studied abroad at Temple Rome for a summer session during my undergraduate.
And my name's Samantha. I'm one of the peer advisors here in the office and I studied at Temple Rome during my spring semester of 2017.
We're here to give you a brief overview of our Temple Rome campus, which is a really great opportunity for students at universities all across the United States to study abroad in Rome. So the benefit of our Rome campus is that we offer a wide variety of terms to suit your academic plan. So students are eligible to study abroad for an entire semester, either the fall or the spring, an academic year, which would be the fall and spring semester, or a summer term. Generally, we offer a summer 1 term every summer, which is usually about 6 weeks and offers a wide variety of courses. We also sometimes offer a summer 2 session, which is a little bit shorter and usually focuses on a specific type of course or subject area.
Study abroad campus, which means you'll be surrounded by other US-based students that are studying for a year at most. So it's a great way to network and meet students from all over the country. And it's in a great location in the city of Rome, right by the Piazza del Popolo and the Spanish Steps. It puts you right into the center of history and the city.
So Temple Rome, like Samantha said, is located on the Tiber River in Rome. It's one classroom building, so it's not like your traditional college campus, but all of your courses will be held in this one building with your fellow study abroad students. It's about a 20 to 25 minute walk from the residence, which is not a Temple-owned building. It's a Temple-affiliated apartment-style residence building where most students choose to live. All of the rooms are equipped with kitchens and living space, so it's a really great way to feel like you're at home in Rome.
Yeah, and if you don't want to do the residence hall, there's always a homestay option. This is where you'll be living with an Italian family, again, to experience what it's really like to live part of the culture. Or you can find your own independent housing. Most students choose to use Airbnb or hostels for this option, but it allows you to put yourself anywhere in the city.
So Temple Rome is a really awesome opportunity because it allows students to take courses in a wide variety of subjects. One of the benefits of Temple Rome is that the courses offered are so wide-ranging that there are so many options available that you'll likely find courses that fit your academic needs. Like I said, students can have access to a wide range of classes when they're studying abroad at Temple Rome, ranging from disciplines like Italian and Italian studies, architecture, art courses, business courses, and even STEM courses, which we recently launched during the spring semesters. Students are able to take courses that apply to their major, their minor. Some electives may be interesting. A lot of students choose to take electives while they're in Rome, especially courses that teach them a lot about the city. But we also offer gen eds at our Rome campus as well, generally varying from semester to semester, but we generally offer a very wide range of gen eds for students who need those courses to satisfy their academic requirements.
All of the courses are taught in English with the exception of the Italian language courses, so you don't have to worry about having any previous Italian experience before you go. With that being said, you do have to take an Italian course if you've never taken one before, and we do have a 1001 level if you're just looking to get the basics, or if you really want to immerse yourself, we do have an intensive 1001-1002 course where you can take both classes at once.
In addition to traditional classroom style courses, we also offer accredited internships for students who receive approval from their academic advisors. So essentially students will enroll in a 3-credit internship course that would take the place of one of their courses, and internship placements are available among a wide variety of subjects. We have internships in art history, internships in business placements, as well as internships with hostels and hotels and other industries around the city. So if students are interested in applying for internships, the application process will actually take place after you're accepted to the program itself. So your internship application will be within your study abroad portal after you're accepted. You'll upload your resume and cover letter once you're prompted, and your application will be sent to internship placement providers for consideration.
When you first arrive in Rome, you'll get a week-long orientation to help get yourself acclimated to the campus and the city, and this orientation kicks off with a pizza party the night of your arrival. From there, you'll get a crash course Italian class, you'll help get your permit to stay appointments set up, you'll get, there'll be a scavenger hunt you can partake in, as well as little tours of the city, and the week rounds out with a day trip to Umbria and Titiano to spend the day with everyone on your program and get to know everyone even more.
Each student's day will look a little bit different from one another's depending on the courses that you're enrolled in and whether or not you're participating in an internship or volunteer experience. There's a lot of extracurricular activities available at Temple Rome, one of which are course excursions, which Sam can talk a little bit about her experiences, but some courses will have a required excursion component that goes along with the course. So essentially you'd be taking a trip, whether that be to a different part of the city, a different part of Italy, or a different part of Europe, to learn more firsthand about what you're learning about in class. There's additional fees associated with these courses, but you're able to see those fees on the cost sheet on our website.
Yeah, so I took in art history gen ed, and every week we got to go to a different museum or location around the city in order to actually see the art that we were learning about. We also took a day trip to Hadrian's Villa and Villa d'Este, which are both outside of Rome. On top of that, I took a Roman history course, and we took a weekend trip to Pompeii, and we stopped at various sites along the way just to see some of the ruins that we had talked about, see how much Rome had influenced other parts of Italy.
There are also opportunities outside of courses. As I said before, there may be volunteer opportunities. There's also some special events that you can participate in. When I was a student at Temple Rome, I participated in a cooking class where we went to an Italian chef's apartment, and she taught us how to cook a full meal while we were there. That was one of the highlights of my study abroad experience. I also participated in a wine tasting class at the Temple Rome campus. So they brought a sommelier into the campus, and she showed us how to properly taste wine, and that was a really great experience.
Yeah, I got to go to a AS Roma soccer game that Temple Rome had helped organize for students. And if you're interested in playing soccer, there's also weekly soccer nights that the school helps organize and put together. And on top of that, there's also different volunteer opportunities students can get put themselves as a part of. So I volunteered teaching English at a high school, which was a really cool experience because it helps you network with students that are around your age in the city, as well as puts you in a part of the city that you may not be exploring on your own. Like anywhere, if you study abroad, there's going to be some challenges when you're there. One of the big ones that comes to mind is the language barrier. So it is an Italian city, people are going to be speaking Italian, signs are going to be in Italian, so if you've never studied the language before, you may find this to be a little bit of a shock, and you may have some difficulties figuring out where you're going at first. But that's why Temple Rome has those crash course Italian and requires students to take the language in order to help prepare them and acclimate them to the city a little bit more.
Homesickness may also be a concern for some students. Being away from home, especially for an extended period of time, puts students out of their comfort zone, which both helps them learn but also can prove to be a challenge during their semester abroad. So those are just a few things to consider when choosing any study abroad program.
One of the great things about our Temple Rome campus, if you're a Temple student, is going to be Temple tuition, so you're not going to see any increases in what you're paying to be here on main campus while you're abroad.
If you're a non-Temple student, we also list your tuition rates on our cost sheet. There's a differing tuition rate between Pennsylvania residents and non-Pennsylvania residents, but you can also see all fees associated with the program on that page, which is also available on our website.
Our cost sheet's also a great resource to help you start budgeting because it has estimates based off of what previous students have spent on airline tickets and their own personal spending while they're there. Of course, you should keep in mind this is going to be different for everybody, but you can get an idea of what students are typically spending.
We also have a great deal of scholarship opportunities that we make available to students to help defray the cost of their programs. For example, when you open an application on our website, you'll also have access to a scholarship application for a scholarship that's offered directly by our office. So that's a really easy way to get started on an application and hopefully get some funds that can start to work away at your cost for going abroad. We also have a scholarship page available on our website where you can look up more options. We work with national scholarships, including the Gilman Scholarship, the Vyra Hines Scholarship, which allows students to apply for fairly large awards that help to contribute towards the cost abroad. You can also find information about those scholarships on our website, but you should also contact with your homeschool or college or your academic department, because we often find that students are able to find scholarships that are specifically offered for students in their major or at their school. Students at other universities will want to make sure that they correspond with their study abroad office to make sure that they're abiding by all policies that they enforce. In terms of billing, this will really vary a lot between all of the different schools, so you'll also want to check with your study abroad office to see what their payment policies are and how you'll be paying for your semester or summer abroad.
When you're ready to start an application to study at Temple Rome, there's a few things that you want to keep in mind. First, you want to make sure that you've completed a full year of study before the term that you're applying for. So that means you're eligible to study abroad the summer after your freshman year ends. You also want to make sure you're hitting the GPA requirement. So for a summer session, that's going to be a 2.5 GPA requirement. If you're doing a semester, you want to have a 2.75, and if you want to do an internship while you're there, you have to have a 3.0.
You should also check our website for any other eligibility information regarding your specific program of study in Rome or just general eligibility requirements for a Rome program.
And then you can find the application on our website. That's studyabroad.temple.edu. You're going to go to the Rome page and the application link will be right there for you.
Before applying, all students should ensure that they attend a foundations information session in our office. Those dates can be found on our website, and you can also register there.
And if you're a non-Temple student, you just want to make sure that you're speaking with your study abroad office and any academic advisor you may have to ensure you'll stay on track.
If you're a Temple student, you'll also want to ensure that you speak with your academic advisor before applying to study abroad, just so that you can ensure that you can fit your study abroad experience into your 4-year plan. So you want to talk about which courses you'll take before you go abroad, which courses you'll take while you're abroad, and which semester specifically you'll be going abroad. Students participating in the semester program and some students participating in the summer programs are required to obtain a visa for study in Italy. Our office facilitates the process and helps you through your visa application, so you have all the support that you need to apply for that visa.
So if you're looking for some more information on our Temple Rome campus, you can check out our website. Again, that's studyabroad.temple.edu. We have a whole page with information on the different courses, internship opportunities, the housing options. You can also check out the blogs. These are current students' views on their experiences while they're at Temple Rome. It's a great way to see what's really happening on the campus and get a first-hand experience.
If you're a Temple student, you'll want to make sure that you also attend a Foundations of Study Abroad session in our office. This is an introductory session for study abroad and addresses topics like the application process, talking to your academic advisor, and choosing a program.
And as Casey mentioned earlier, all students are going to want to make sure you talk with your academic advisors, or if you're a non-Temple student, your study abroad advisors, to ensure that you're staying on track to graduate. Temple students have any questions, you're more than welcome to schedule an appointment here in our office to meet with a program manager to go over any concerns you may have.
All students will want to make sure that they speak with their appropriate advisor before they apply for the study abroad program. For Temple students, this means that you'll want to speak with your academic advisor within your home school or college. For non-Temple students, you'll want to both consult with your study abroad office and any other academic advisor that you may have to discuss your academic plan and how study abroad can fit into that. Don't miss your opportunity to study abroad at Temple Rome. Feel free to visit our website or stop in with any other questions.